Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're here for you on I'm hearing this very special day. Okay, there is a special day coming for you, Sagittarius, apparently. But before we get into that, this is a channel message. We're working here with the energies. I want to dive first into this is the Unicorn Oracle deck. Wow, you have something sensational coming here, Sagittarius. This Mercury in Cancer is what I wanted to say, though. This is a bonus reading, transit reading for the transit specifically of Mercury moving into Cancer. This is going to span approximately July through August, and July 5th at that to August 4th, or about around there. We talk more in detail about this on members. Thank you guys for tuning into members as well. Your support there on members really does help this channel in many different ways. So thank you guys for tuning in there and letting me know also your feedback on how you like those members videos. Let's jump into it. Sagittarius, I'm here in Aquarius. Now, I was meditating on your energy. If it's your first time here, again, welcome. And it's a good time to mention I'm channeling. Okay, this is the channel Alchemy in You. We are working with the energy at the end of the day, right? So it is really a matter of how it moves forward, how it moves about, and I'm just sort of relaying it to you the way that I'm picking up on it. So see something very exciting here coming for you, Sagittarius. I'm here in Capricorn with Capricorn. There is something that is very challenging, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Sag. I feel like right at the get-go, okay, of this month. I'm hearing this month. Okay, maybe it was July. Okay, something was a little bit kind of, I see that there's something uncomfortable. It's like I see you not wanting to maybe have to deal with something as well, or at least, there's this sense of not wanting, something's moving slowly even. I see that. You're just not wanting to really address that there is a challenge. I hear that as well. Okay, well, ruled by heavenly Jupiter, right? Sag, you don't really want to have to, necessarily say, well, yeah, we got a problem on our hands. Mayday. Okay, we're in June, July. Why do we need to talk about May? That's very, very Jupiterian. I understand it. I got a lot of Jupiter in my chart. Let's get further though. I see that this is something very important. Whatever this cycle is, whatever this chapter is very annoying. Even I'm hearing that, Sag, and you're not the only sign here who's gotten this energy come through for this period, this Mercury in Cancer. There could even be this sensation of going back to the past, a bit of a nostalgic energy. That won't really last as we move into Mercury and Leo, so just make the most of it while you can here is what I'm hearing from your guides as well, because, there is a point to it all, right? The transits aren't random. Everything you experience during all the transits are with reason. So there is a focus here, obviously, on Cancer, the archetype of the moon, 4th house, and it may be that there is something here that you also are seeing more clearly. Now, let's get back to it. Whatever it is that you're experiencing here, I see is very, very actually it's critical, okay, to how it is that you make the most of the next chapter. So there is something, and of course, right, that's the way that astrology works, and that's why I love astrology, because it is that opportunity to look at everything as a cycle, as a cyclicalism, and with reason, right? You move from Cancer into Leo, and it's almost like, once we move through Cancer, we kind of have this perspective with which we can sort of then make of Leo what we do, having gone through the cycle of the archetype of Cancer first. And it is very interesting because we're talking here specifically at this particular axis of the moon and the sun. Now let's clear the energy. Let's backtrack, clear and ground. Yeah, I see something as very, very irritating. Okay, I see something here very, very irritating. And again, like I'm saying, you're not the only sign here to have this energy of just this, things move into just this point of absolute just frozen. But this is just in the first few days of the cycle. Now, I'm here, Cancer, Leo, and Leo's ruled by the sun. There's something that you are rebalancing, even karmically. Okay, and it does come down to generational karma for some of you, big time. Absolutely. I would say almost everybody. We have the sun and the moon here at play, right? We're transiting between the moon and the sun. Now, let's get that, and that's my channel perspective. If you're curious again more about astrology, we talk more in depth. If you want a personal one-on-one reading of your chart, analysis rather, a report of your chart, please check out alchemyandyou.com. There are the last services I offer there when it comes to astrology, and there are a few that relate to astrology specifically, birth chart specifically, if you're interested. Now, soul healing. Yeah, there's something that really was very uncomfortable, Sagittarius. I see it for you, something that you're healing even, sometimes like we have to see it clearly though, so that we can sort of do something with that. And even, for some, it's like it's a period of purging, it's a period of clearing. And once you move through this clearing period, then you can really move with full-blown steam ahead. And it's very exciting. I do see that there is just a new opportunity, really, truly. And this is the card of new opportunities. Okay, if you look on this card, it's very interesting. The illustration just sort of depicts this very energy that we're talking about. I feel like there was something that you were experiencing, and then there is this sort of segue, this transformation even. I'm hearing this transformational, this transit that you're moving through. And, you know, but at times, right, it can be sort of, it can be hard. Let's back it up. Let's go down the side of the body. It can be, it can feel heavy. Now, for some of you, this is a matter of just your perspective. And so there are certain things you're experiencing. I see you going back and forth a little bit, but I see you're going to make a clean break. You're going to make a break out of this conversation. I hear that as well. So maybe it's something you just, you know, you make a change with in terms of how it is you want to even approach this conversation altogether. Now, let's get further. Can you see my hair? Oh my God. Just notice that on the camera. Okay, but yeah, I was meditating and we just jump right in. So been meditating energy since last night here, Sagittarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18. There's a child involved for some of you. There's something about a birth. Some of you are waiting for someone to say something to you. I see that as well. I see you really are like waiting on an answer. It's something very specific. Let's go ahead and take on the root, or somebody's waiting on that with you. It may be a little bit of like a power struggle energy. Okay, it's like I don't want to even like get into that. It's like, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I almost get this feeling of like stepping away from something, knowing that, you know, that's the best thing, but then you are feeling like you want to interact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you're taking literally a break from something, guys. 12. Some of you, I really hope it's not the case, but there may have been a bit of like a bullying energy here. It's something that just wasn't suiting you. At the end of the day, you said, you know, I can't be hanging out with someone who's going to be, talking to me like that. I hear that. Maybe it's a change that you make even in a general sense in your career. You know, you just kind of realize like, what is it that you actually want to experience online? And is this particular proper current position that I'm in and this current situation predicament going to take me there and like really encourage me to remember those things that I'm looking for and I'm looking at in my visionary's mind eye? There's something that you're going to create. I see that, Sagittarius, and I'm seeing that this cycle right now is really integral. You know, it's one of those moments that you'll look back on, okay, as you're accepting your Grammy nomination. Really, it's something like this, and be it a metaphor, however, what's Grammys, you know, to you, okay, it's like, or however, in general, you're going to say, like, it was for that moment that I had to know what I really wanted, and that badly, wow, and that clearly, the fear card mirroring reflection that first week. Now let's pull cards here for each of the weeks. I just pulled a card. We have a card from another deck. Aha, Sagittarius, the 4 of coins. Now, there is possibly some sort of drama here I'm getting that someone is not letting go of. They're holding on to it. They don't want to really release it. It's something time release. Now, some of you also, you have someone who hasn't forgotten you and they haven't let go of you, and you may be feeling that. Rejection, sandwiching, reflection, fear. Sometimes we think, I'm the one who's holding on. No, Sagittarius, you know, it can be definitely, it can be contrary. Don't think it's crazy to, am I tapping into their energy? So we have love leading up, ghost. Okay, some of you will have a reunion for some of you in this second to last week of this cycle, right around, we'll say 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Wow, I see be right around the 18th, 19th and beyond. I see some just turnaround of energy here for you. Very exciting. It's going to be just kind of freeing for you, even Sagittarius. I see this lightness with which you're now sort of like, you know, ready to even take on a certain cycle or project. I see that you've really moved through this like stage of fear. For some of you, I'm hearing, you know, this trepidation, okay, like almost like a shadow. I feel like you've done a lot of purging, okay, and a lot of clearing, and you come out on the other end of this experience just sort of, you know, with a sense of renewal. And right, it feels like you've just taken a bath kind of vibe, like you just took like a really long shower and you're feeling, it's funny, fear card, a pain popping out right there. Yeah, fear popping out in the earlier part of the cycle in the first 2 weeks or so, more the first week really, between the 5th and the 6th, 7th, the 12th of June, okay, July, there is a bit of this like, okay, the height, it's the height. It's like, you know, I see you feeling these pangs of like, I'm hearing also, I want to like clarify this. I want to clear the air. I'm hearing that as well. I want to clear this, the path. But interestingly, it's not that we clear the path, it's that we flow with our path. And the path will be clear when we actually are in that space of resonance and steadiness with what it is that we would like to experience, right? Not that we have to create in order to experience. When you are in resonance, you're not needing to create any particular storyline, okay? You're following the I'm hearing the beat of your heart. Interesting. I'm hearing with every beat of my heart, yes, I swear. Is it this a song? There's something you're letting go of, in other words, Sagittarius. And maybe at a certain point you thought, you know, you had this mantra. It's like, I have to fight to have love. No, you don't. I'm hearing it like this. And that's something you're realizing, like, okay, I don't have to actually be, let's say, even argumentative. I don't have to fight for this. I don't have to fight for love. Yet again, because that's the struggle bus vibe, right? That's like saying, you know, I'm not already in resonance. You are already in resonance. It's when we meet, let's say, someone who we have karma with as well. You know, it's like they have to also find their path. And you both need to find your path, is what I'm hearing for some of you. It's a matter of really being in unison, not sort of creating that vibe of unison. It's about really following the path to unison, maybe even independently, you as you and that person as that person, and then sort of uniting at the end of that conversation once you've both reached that unison point. So, you know, fighting is not going to work. So some of you maybe, you know, or is not going to be conducive. It's not going to be conducive, and I see you're very, very triggered, maybe even in the first week, or really wanting to, like, you know, tempted to go back to the past even. It's like, you know, you keep kind of like looking back a little bit, but I see that you're going to move beyond that, and I feel that you're really purging, and you're really sort of, I don't want to say numbing out these triggers, but you're not reacting as you were in the past. Now, let's get it further. Those first 2 weeks are very important to sort of really be able to identify and pinpoint even what the shadow work is that you want to do. Cleanse coming through, really sort of taking time, cleanse, mirror, reflection. I'm feeling activation on the right side of the crown chakra there, Sagittarius. Now, I see you focusing more on your physical body. I see you focusing more on you. I see you focusing more on your self-care. Now, I'm here in New Orleans. Something about New Orleans. Could be also a past life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somebody here in your midst, they do feel guilty about something. They want to really apologize. You may be at times like, you'll feel it. You'll like all of a sudden maybe think of that person, or you'll feel some sort of way. Do be aware that, you know, you are very empathic. I'm hearing that as well, tapping into the needs of others here as well. Right? They say that Sagittarius can make a tremendous mentor, a tremendous teacher. And so, you know, there is something that, you know, you may be feeling someone also needs maybe to learn even as a lesson. Okay. And I see that you are taking the higher road with that, saying, I'm going to sit here and kind of let it happen, you know, and be the teacher from the vantage point of, you know, you as a student need to show me that you want to learn this lesson really with me as well. So I don't know, that could be a metaphor, you know, maybe some of you, you're in a certain experience with someone and like there is a certain learning lesson that your souls need to learn together. But that means that, you know, you don't just come together and sort of, you know, continue a cycle if it will be one. Okay, it's a matter sometimes of challenging how we learn that lesson. So this is a matter of rebalancing karma, and you will really feel possibly the heaviness. There's something that this person is maybe like projecting onto you, and you're picking up on it. It's like you're feeling that, like feeling of maybe what they want you to do in order to allow the cycle to move forward in a certain way. I feel like you're going to really push back. This is around the 19th. Okay, there's something that I'm seeing you want to even quiet. Okay, there's something like that's reaching a sort of height. And I do feel that this is a projected energy. Now, 19th, 20th, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, on the 26th or 27th, there's something really sensational here. I feel like if someone had ghosted, they may return for some of you. If someone here was not communicating, they may open up more. For some of you, there's something of a gift. I see, it's so funny because I'm looking at this card, guys, Creative Solutions, number 13. Think outside the box, view things from a higher perspective, and it depicts this little squirrel holding on to I immediately saw that and I thought of a selenite wand. Okay, but it looks like some sort of acorn pillar. Take it as you will. Okay, oh acorn almighty. Now I'm looking right here and it looks like a cactus. The cactus that I actually have. I have a cactus here. It looks very similar to that. So that could be a very particular message. For some of you, this person, someone here is really, really missing you. They want to reunite with you, but they realize that, you know, they have to do work to really come through and reunite. And for some of you, they're not ready. Okay, I'm hearing it like that. There's a question of vulnerability. For some of you, this person is dreaming of you. They're really, they feel bad about something. I keep hearing that, like they're fantasizing about you as well. Like they really, really want to even, some of you, they want to go on vacation with you, or they miss you. They want to sort of have a very particular experience with you. They're also physically missing you for some of you. There is something that they feel bad about. It's like that moment though, where I think it's a good sign, you know, if this person's not coming through, because I do feel that they're not ready. Okay. And they know that they feel they're not ready. So, they're not allowing themselves to come through even though they're not ready. So let's continue. Caution reverse, movement in reverse. And we can't make someone ready, right? Frustration on pain. Well, let's move forward. We have then, that's again, the 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, for some of you, you're dealing with someone as well, or some situation where someone maybe even let you go and they're really, really deeply regretting this. Like they're having a tough time processing what it is that they have sort of maybe even so-called done or said. And I feel that they do want to prove something to you. They want to apologize even. For some of you, you're in a new lane in your life. You're in a new vibe, okay? And there's something just moving very quickly. So Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Sounds like you've got quite a period here for you. I'm hearing month ahead. Please subscribe if it's your first time here and you'd like to get further into these energies in the next transit. And check out as well other energies that we've read on. There could be further insights there. We also have obviously a July, any other clues? Let's back it up. Clear throat chakra. I think that's about it. Yet again, heed your personal intuition, Sagittarius. We'll see you in the next